Hey, what is going on today, guys? So, I'm going to be teaching you how to regrip and set up a skateboard. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, the things you're going to need are your skate tool, trucks, wheels, bearings, hardware, all that. We're going to do some optional bushings later. But of course, grip tape, something to file down your grip tape with, a razor blade, and of course, your skateboard with grip on it. All right, so to re-grip your skateboard, assuming if you've already taken it apart, and if you're already taking it apart, I'm guessing you already have like most of this, but to re-grip your skateboard, what you're gonna do is pretty much just take a razor blade like this and just kind of find a little spot to get under like little parts of the grip and just kind of slowly start working back and put your razor in a safe spot for later, because we're going to need it later to cut the grip. But yeah, so I'm going to pull this up and then re-grip the board. All right, so now you have your grip tape off. So yeah, then you're pretty much going to kind of want to lay out your grip tape, whether it's all one big sheet or separate sheets, kind of in the layout that you want. And I think, yep, just make sure that you have it all covered. Then you're going to want to peel the backing off and stick it down. And you don't want to like go I can get this. And it doesn't really matter if you have white grip tape, black grip tape, it all goes on the same. Normally grip tape isn't this hard to peel, but you know. And once you have the backing off of it, you just kind of lie it down kind of where you know you want it, then press it down. And if you have multiple sheets, you're going to do this for all sheets, and then, but if it's just one big sheet, you're going to do that throughout the sheet. But yeah, I'm going to put the rest of this on, and yeah. All right, so now that we got grip tape on the board, we're just going to take a file, something like this, or if your skate tool has a file on it, and just kind of file down the edges of like your grip tape, and then we're gonna cut it. So I'm gonna sand the rest of this, gonna file the rest of this down, and yeah, cut it. And remember, don't try not to cut it towards yourself, but yeah. All right, so we got grip on the board, and what you do to find the holes for your hardware is you go to the bottom of the board, and this doesn't really need to happen in any particular order, is you just kind of push it through like that. And then this board's a little bit worn, so I need to kind of screw them out, but you do that for all your holes. And then, yeah, so I'm going to do that for all my hardware holes, and then I'll be right back. All right, so now that you've punched all your holes in your board where the grip tape was and where your hardware needs to go, you're just going to stick hardware through just like that on both sides. And you should have 8 hardware. That's literally like the screw. It could be an Allen key or it could be a Phillips head. And you should have, like I said, 8 of them. There we go. And if you already have wheels on your trucks, you just, like, these are standard kingpin trucks, so the big bolt at the end will face inward or towards the other kingpin or big bolt. And on a longboard, they will face away from each other. So yeah, then we just put the nuts at the end of the hardware, like so. Move you guys a little bit closer to see kind of what I'm doing. So yeah. And probably on this bottom one's gonna be, you just kind of, I would say just get all the hardware on hand tight, and then what we're gonna do is take this skate tool, and it'll have like a little, it'll have all the sizes that your board has on it. This one just happens to be a Land Yachts one, but there are other companies that make them, and they'll come in 2 pieces like this. We're going to use this Phillips, or not Phillips head, this Allen key side, and we're going to tighten all these down, and I'm going to do this with the other truck. So yeah. All right, so if you already had wheels on the, on your board or on your trucks, you should be ready to go. But what we're gonna do, since we're gonna trade out these 52, or what are these, 54s? These, yeah, I wanna say that's a 54mm wheel for some big 60s, because 60s tend to roll a little bit better on rough pavement. But so you're gonna take the end that fits over your truck, and let me get you guys back on the tripod here. So yeah, and if you need to, so yeah, you just undo that bolt, and if you need to pop your bearings in and out, so what you're gonna do is just stick the end of the truck in the bearing like that, do that, and if you're putting a fresh set of bearings in, so it'll be outside facing the axle of the truck, inside spacer, and then the outside of the truck will face the axle on the bearing that's going to go in the face of the wheel here. And then you're just going to press it on, so your bearing will will look like that in your wheel. And then you'll drop it on just like that. And then there's these little rings that go on either side of the truck or your bearings, and put it on the outside of the wheel and bearing just like that. And then you take your bolt that you undid with your skate tool, and you're just gonna find the end that fits and then tighten it on just like that. And then you're gonna do that for all 4 wheels. So yeah. So yeah, I can actually take this out right now and skate it. But other than that, don't forget to like, comment, follow, and subscribe, and see you guys next video. And that's how you set up a skateboard.